Welcome to episode 18 of La Vida Entre Primas, Life Between Cousins, the podcast where we dive into everything from the ups and downs of life, love, to the special... This is... Elma usually does the intro, but from everything from life and love to the special bond we share as Latinas and cousins. Today we're back with our primo hermano, Timothy, Timmy, Blue, Tim. And we're talking about something that's near and dear to our hearts. Two things. Elma's like, I'm scared. We're going to talk about conspiracy theories, UAPs, drones, more, reptilians, MK Ultra, Bigfoot, giants, and how actually the Grand Canyon is a pathway to Egypt. Just kidding. Whoa. Or China or whatever. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to get that deep. We're just kidding. We're not going to get that deep. Wow. But we're going to talk there's been a lot of crazy stuff happening lately. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And lots of drones, lots of weird stuff going down. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. And as Timothy, he's our certified psychedelic mother in this family. We're going to just kind of touch on that. But also, we're also going to talk because that works really well for us.
Best. Not taking
talking
talking.
So, that being said, let's just kind of jump right in. If you listened to our last episode, you heard a little bit about Tim, a little bit about his background. You want to give like a 10-second overview of who you are and what you're doing?
Musician in New York, from LA, back here, listening to Imaginary Tricks. Boom.
Bam. Mic drop. Done.
Love it. All right. So we're going to kind of just like jump right in. Interesting fun fact about Tim. He has always been a conspiracy theorist. He's always been into crazy stuff. I do feel like we've both been a little bit into it. I try to like reel myself back because I am certifiably insane. And if I see something that's out of the realm, I don't know how you feel about this, Alma, that I can't handle, I feel like I'll go crazy. For example, like 10 years ago or more, there was a video of a meteor hitting Russia. And it was basically like, oops.
Ooh,
ow,
damn.
Sorry, I hit the mic.
That's okay.
It was a meteor hitting Russia, and it was a video of inside a office building. People were working, and it like shook the office building like an earthquake. Honestly, I had to shut down my brain at that moment and be like, that's not real. That never happened. If I look up into the sky, I can't even look up because I'm like, it's so big, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Do you get scared by that stuff?
I think for me with conspiracy theories, I'm such a gullible person that I try not to look into them because then I'm like, no, this is what it is. This is what they said. Like Juliana the other day told me that the drones in New Jersey were that they were looking to build a new Disneyland. I love that. She said she heard that somewhere. And
I kind of love that.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great.
That's the beauty of conspiracy theories is because like you just weigh out the option and you're like, that's a crazy one. No. You're like, that sounds... No. Are you kidding me? Like
that's fucking stupid, but you know what? I bet you it was a down alien aircraft that they're looking for that's spreading radiation all over New Jersey. For mass mind control. But New Disneyland, that sounds stupid. You're right. That's I would love a new Disneyland.
Right? Yeah. So I was like, okay. Like,
and for the record, Juliana, that's not stupid. I was just giving an example. A new Disneyland sounds lovely.
She was just trying to get Alma
I was trying to...
Like, yeah.
Disney out here? Yes, let's go.
They're like, how do we get Alma to move to the East Coast?
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just a very gullible person that I'll believe everything and then I'll freak myself out.
Yeah, but you got to freak yourself out a bit.
I'm not taking psychedelic mushrooms.
No,
Stop trying to make her take psychedelic mushrooms.
I'm not doing it all the time. I'm very good. Just like in my character is going like, I can see both sides of everything real quick. So it's like if I'm working or I'm talking to somebody or whatever, and they're like, no, that's we have to do it this way. I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, okay, let's do it their way. And then I'm like, okay, what about the other way? And then like, every little thing or most things that I think about, I think both sides. So when it comes to conspiracy theories, it's like, I like to go like, ooh, that's a fun one. And then I go like, what's the opposite of that? And then what's another opposite of that? And then you could spiral, but I'm not a spiraler.
I am.
I'm a spiraler.
Me too.
I will spiral. When I got COVID for the first time, dude, I couldn't freaking smell. And I thought that I couldn't sleep at night because the Airbnb that I was staying in was going to fucking burn.
Oh, goodness.
And that I wasn't going to be able to smell it and I was going to die.
That was your brain.
I mean, but also when you're sick like that, like I'm telling you, when we talked in the last episode, I don't know if we had cut it out or not.
We didn't talk about it because you messed up on the recording.
I'm sorry. Okay, so let's talk about it now real quick. So I'll make a 5-second overview. So I was sharing that my brother was already in New York when COVID hit, and he was like the first wave of COVID. Because I remember hearing it was in New York and stuff was shutting down in New York. He was there. He got it in the first wave, and we're talking about how it was like mass hysteria, right? So I tried to send stuff from DoorDash. There was nothing left at CVS, nothing left at Walgreens, nothing left at any store. And he got it, and Elma's sister called me. I was several months pregnant, 8 months pregnant, and she was like, your brother just called me. He's hallucinating. He has COVID. He's saying he's going to go steal a van. You said you calculated the mileage on the gas, and he was going to drive home because it was that. So I think all that to say, you're hallucinating, you're tired, you're burning up from the inside, your body is fatigued, your mind is fatigued.
And you're alone.
You're alone, you're isolated. And so I don't think it's that crazy to feel like you spiral. Like that's... I remember you calling and saying, I'm panicking. Because
I would sleep during the day fine because if the house wouldn't burn during the day, like what the
But why is everything scarier at night? As a kid, I used to lay up awake thinking my parents were going to die, but it didn't happen until the night.
That's
because there's nothing occupying your mind.
No, but that's also like, I feel like old brain of like us being Neanderthals. It's like you can get eaten up by like something at night. Maybe. They can come and just snatch you up at night because they're out, and we're like, hey, let's go to sleep because our brain shuts down. It's like our brain is just going like, be protective and be aware of shit at night. You know what I mean? Like,
seriously,
that's when shit could go down. You know?
Listen, old, what is it? Survival instincts.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, how did you become interested in conspiracy theories?
Oh, dude. Honestly, like, I'll be honest. I think Dad was the first one to be like, he told me what chemtrails were. And I was like,
no.
I think so.
Really?
I believe so. Maybe. But chemtrails was like the first one, but also I was the first generation like online.
On the internet, dude.
And I was obsessed with Area 51. I used to go to websites talking about Area 51 and it always pissed me off because the government was like, this place doesn't exist. But it was like, we have tons of buildings, we have government workers, we have an airport that sends employees there, but it doesn't exist. And you're like,
I know.
Wait
it's so stupid.
So you're telling me this doesn't exist, and I was obsessed with it. And so I would just go online and research Area 51, and it wasn't about aliens or anything, but it was like they're telling me this.
What
doesn't
are they
exist.
keeping?
So what is in there? It's got to be something interesting.
Yeah.
And that was always like, from there on, it was always kind of like that stuff. And then, honestly, then it was Y2K. I had a big alien poster in my room with Y2K.
Remember the world was going to end? Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Shut off your computer at 11:59 on 12/31. 99.
Yeah. Those are all things that were like adding up. And also, I think your generation and my generation have seen so much shit happen.
Oh, yeah.
That I've just always been interested in like the weird things that are like going on. And I'm like, what about that? And what about this? It's fun.
Yeah, it is. It is fun. And it's fun to scare yourself a little. Like, it is fun to feel a little.
But it's also getting real now. So I'm like,
I know.
Right?
But I'm going to tell you, all the years, they know how stupid we are, though, because we are so desensitized now that nobody, there is I would say like 10% of the huge population are like concerned about the drones and stuff. The rest of the people are like, I don't care. Like, just leave me alone. Leave me out of it. Call me when World War III breaks out or War of the Worlds. Because we're kind of like, we've seen so much shit now. It's kind of like, what's next? And we already know that the government's lying to us. We don't, and that's unfortunately the truth of it. And maybe some of it is for our own good. Maybe they know we can't handle like the mass, like the brain capacity. Our brains can't handle the fact that like there are aliens in our atmosphere, whatever. Like,
well, you were just saying you couldn't even look up.
I can't.
You can't even look up without thinking like, oh
I know.
God, the universe is so big.
But I don't think a lot of people know that. I think a lot of people are like, I couldn't handle it. I'm like, I can't handle it. Leave me out of it. Truman Show me. Plug me into the Matrix. I don't want to be a part of this. When I was younger, I was a little bit more open.
Have you seen the show on Apple called Severance?
No, is it good?
It's
somebody just told me to watch it. Your sister?
Lisa was just telling me yesterday to watch it.
Okay, I told Lisa about it.
Okay.
Wow.
For the record.
What a stealer.
Watch it. It's weird, because it's just weird. Just watch it, and then we'll circle back.
Okay, I'm going to watch it. I will tell you this. My social justice brain, because I've like always been for the people, by the people, power to the people, burn it down, ACAB, fuck this shit. Like, always. But like, as I've gotten, and so I think on that side of my brain, it's very much like all power to the people. People deserve to like rule themselves, open the borders. I'm a full-on communist, well, I don't want to say anarchist. I'm kind of scared of that. I can't really defend my kids or myself that well. But like socialist, communist, I'm all about it. on that end, I am a conspiracy theorist. Like, the people deserve to know what's happening. But on the other side, we just gotta like survive. And I don't think people are ready. Like, you saw what happened with COVID. People were fighting over like just honestly, I feel two ways. I was very much on the side of like, fuck you if you're not getting a vaccine. Fuck you if you're not wearing a mask. But I think why I was so hyper like that, as somebody who typically would be like, do what you want with your own body, I don't give a shit. I was pregnant and I was really scared. And I was like, I have a baby. My baby could literally die. He has no immune system. Yeah, he has no, I mean, he does, but. And then on the other side, people were so like, you're not going to tell me what the fuck to do. You're not going to tell. And I'm like, just care for your fellow human. You know, people are literally dying because you're coughing all over the place. Or so like we couldn't even come to an agreement during COVID to say like, hey, let's just wear our masks. Let's just isolate for a little, see where it goes. We couldn't. And so I think like what scares me about this is like, I don't think humanity is at a place where we can come together to like resolve these things. So that kind of scares me about the conspiracies. And
yeah, you also have kids though. It's a different
I
story.
know.
When you have kids, it's a different story. Like all I have is like, you have students, I have students. And it's like I worry about them, but they're not my kids. It's a different story.
It's different. Yeah, it's
different.
hard.
So you're gonna have a different mentality, and you and Chris and our parents and your parents, you know, everybody's parents are gonna have different mentalities.
I know.
Whereas like, yeah, I'm out there in New York just doing the thing, so I'm like, hey, well, you know, something happens, I'm like,
just take care of myself. Like, I can take care of myself.
yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, if I didn't have kids, I'd be like, let me just ride this out. Let me just fucking stay till the end and see what happens. But like, I do feel like, what would I do with my kids? Did you ever see The Mist, where he shoots his son? The movie by Stephen King, The Mist. It's Bella.
No.
Okay, I'm not going to ruin it for you.
You're crazy.
I just did. Sorry.
You
Okay.
did, though.
Okay. Okay. Basically, a spoiler if you haven't seen it.
No.
There's like this fog that comes over, and then like they've opened another dimension, and these things are coming through. These like killer beings are coming through, like giant spider, like crazy shit. And the guy's trying to help his son survive. Finally, they're at the end. It's him, this woman he joins up with, and his son. And these things are coming towards them, and he's like, we're not gonna make it. Like, we're done. Like, we just need to take ourselves out. We're gonna get ripped apart by these other things that came through another dimension. So he fucking shoots his son. He shoots the lady. He's about to shoot himself, and he hears a pound, and it's the military being like, we've resolved it. I know. That's my biggest fear. But okay, this is a judgment-free zone. I'm just gonna hit you guys, pepper you with some questions, and tell me what you think. Judgment-free zone. Unless you think the Earth is flat.
I don't think the Earth is flat.
Judgment-free. Okay.
Let's go. I don't care.
Is the Earth flat?
No.
No.
Okay, thank you. Do you think they landed on the moon? And it can be something nuanced. Doesn't have to be black or white. It could be like,
Yes, because they told me they did.
I'm with you, girl.
Okay.
I saw him bouncing on the moon.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay.
What do you think? Because then I want to segue from that into the two astronauts that are stuck in space. So did they land?
Very sketchy. Okay. I have always been like, yes, they've landed. 100%. I don't know. I don't think that they did now. So apparently, Jim Morrison's dad was in the military. He was like a military person. And if you think, a conspiracy theory is that the government created the hippie movement to like have them like have like an adversary against like them doing, you know, the wars and things like that.
Got it.
And apparently in Runyon Canyon, there's a studio that was not Scorsese or one of the film directors. They produced the moon landing in Runyon Canyon in one of these really big theaters.
Oh,
and
that's scary.
You think about it sounds crazy, but dumb things, but like certain footage. Like they have footage of like the thing leaving, and it's like, where did you get that footage from? And it's also the 1960s it was, Kennedy and stuff. Also, they went up there with like the power of like a Apple One phone. But also we haven't been back there now. Like, why can't we get to the moon right now? We should be able to just like snap and get up there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We have good technology now, but now we can't get back there? How come? Why can't we get there like tomorrow? But
I get it.
And it was also a race between us and Russia. It was like, we wanted to be like, yo, we made it to the moon. Fuck you guys. And it was really like,
I know.
No, we're going to the moon. It was like, no, we made it first. So what did they do? They just maybe staged it all in a screen where they do movies, and we never went to the moon. But it was just a flex on Russia to go like, we're ahead of you guys, even though we weren't. Maybe not.
I don't know.
God, I don't have the brain capacity for any of this.
See, this is what I'm saying. I don't spin out.
Don't worry, I have a Disney one soon.
Good.
No, you go ahead.
No. I don't spin out from these things. I just go like, ooh, let's scratch a little
out.
bit deeper. Let's scratch a little deep and see where we go.
So what do you think about the two that are stuck up there? Because I saw somebody on...
That's weird that they're stuck.
I saw somebody on TikTok who said... And I know you're not on TikTok, and it's going to be gone soon probably, but it is good for conspiracy theories. It will have you spiral. He was basically saying these people went up. They were supposed to be there for a month, but they just posted themselves with pictures of Santa hats on. And they're like, and now they're stuck up there. How did they get, what was the plan? How did they get Santa hats? Why did they have Santa hats with them?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh.
They were only supposed to be there, like, was it October, November last year, sometime like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's
July, June. They've been stuck up there forever. And the woman looks awful. The woman looks very, very sick or very, very...
I personally would be so pissed if I was supposed to just go up there for a month and they were like, we'll bring you back in a year. It's like, excuse me? Like,
That's insane.
The thought of going to the moon, literally, like, I had to shut off my phone the other day because I was, like, shaking. It's like
They're
somebody...
not even going to be able to, like, walk when they come back. Like, they're going to
Honestly,
have no
they're going to be
muscle,
like... I know.
it's Wally.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Wally. I never fully watched Wally.
Are you serious?
Literally, I have the reclining couch at my house, and every time I recline myself down to stand up, I'm like, Wally.
Dude, Wally is one of the greatest movies ever.
Okay, I'll watch it. I still have 2 days
It's
of
good.
Christmas break.
Please, Wally is so good.
I will watch it. I'm supposed to be watching some professional development,
Wally.
religion,
That's your
Wally.
break.
things.
Seriously,
Wally.
they can tell you what to do with your break. Okay, Disney. Okay. Was Walt Disney actually frozen, cryogenically frozen?
That's what they say.
Do you think?
No.
No?
No?
Neither do I. I think I'm...
No.
That's a crazy one. Yeah.
Have you
Is
been
he
to...
frozen in his apartment at Disneyland?
I don't know.
You never know.
Break in.
Because they have a light.
Alice.
They have a light that never goes out in
Where?
his apartment.
In his apartment on
Where's
top of the fire
firehouse.
station.
On top of the stairs.
He lived there? Or he had like an apartment
I
there?
think he had like...
That was
made
his
an apart-
place
That
to
was his
chill?
like plan was to like stay there. Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to Denver?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you been to the airport?
Yes.
Have you seen the horse with the...
Oh,
Do you think the Denver airport is a headquarter for Illuminati?
maybe. Basement.
Okay.
Not basement, underground.
Okay.
I have a
don't think I've
video
ever
that
seen the horse.
I have a video that I'll share with you guys, and it's on Twitter, and it's a guy there at like midnight or something, and like alarm goes off, and then there's like a weird voice, blah, 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 and he's just like, "What is going on?" Like, yeah, that's one that I've heard.
That's scary.
Come on, Elma.
I don't know anything.
Okay,
This
okay.
is making me feel so stupid.
Do you think Bigfoot is real? This is an easy one. Like, do you think it's real?
Yes.
Okay, I have a good one on this.
I think
I'm not
there's
questioning
something.
myself.
No, but I
was
think
like,
there's something
yes.
living out there because, like, we can't possibly, like Appalachia, we cannot possibly see what is in those freaking,
No.
in all those trees. Like,
No.
I don't
Okay,
know.
So
What?
here's the thing. Me and Mike have talked about this. We talk about all this stuff. But here's a good one. I don't necessarily believe it, but you guys, everybody thinks of Bigfoot as like, you know, evolution, God, whatever you believe is I don't care. But it's like we came evolution-wise from a monkey, and then we go to. So everybody thinks as Bigfoot as like an old being, right? Like something that's like old.
Yeah.
I don't believe this, but Bigfoot might actually be an interdimensional being. He may be popping out of a portal. Because have you watched Rescue 311 or 911 or
Yes.
something
Do you want?
I love
Yes.
Rescue 911.
No, it's not Rescue 911. I love Rescue 911. That was a show from the 90s where it was like reenacting, right? No.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think it was the 9.
Yeah, it was.
It was the
90s?
night. What do
Yeah.
you mean? What are you talking about? You're talking about 911. Rescue 911 was in the 90s and they would reenact. You're talking about
Rescue
Disappeared
311,
411 or something
Yes.
like that.
And
I'm
this
out
is-
again, guys. I'm out again.
But basically,
I'm a guest on today's podcast. Steph and Tim are the hosts today.
No, but listen, it's basically talking about how people disappear in the middle of nowhere
Yeah.
in the forest.
Oh.
Like a little boy, they turn, he's gone,
Oh.
and then he pops up like
Same
80
spot.
miles away in like
Yep.
30 minutes, and they're like, how did he get there?
Or there was this guy who's been hunting his entire life, and he was like a Boy Scout leader, and he taught everybody how to. And they went hunting one day, and he was like, you four go over there, and we're gonna walk this way and try and shoot a deer. And this dude who's been hunting his entire life just disappears, And everyone was like, he was the most equipped to be in the forest, and they never saw him again. So it's like portals could be in the forest where it's like Bigfoot may just pop out and be like, yeah, I'm from the other dimension. Because there's a bunch of dimensions around us that we don't see, don't know. Almost looking at me like, yeah, there's like 10 dimensions.
Well, this needs to end by 11:45 so I can go to mass. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, understandable.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, no. There's like Bigfoot, the Bigfoot one, he might be an interdimensional being popping in and popping out, but he's not some like...
He's not like living in the trees or... Got it.
No.
I mean, listen.
And if he is, it's okay too.
Did the government kill JFK? We didn't want to touch that one, no? We'll just skip over it?
Yes.
Okay, we'll skip over that one.
No.
Oh, they did? Okay. Okay. I was like, okay, I think we're saying yes, let's skip it. Okay, yes. I'm sorry.
And the mafia probably. Good.
So yesterday when I was cleaning Val's room, it was such a fucking mess. I moved her bed, and I was like, oh, sweet behind there. It was literally a pile of trash, and I was like, dude, I felt like that guy from The Nutty Professor. I found where they hit Jimmy Hoffa right there in this fucking pile of trash.
How does the government killing JFK relate to Val cleaning her room?
Because we were talking about not ever finding...
What?
It's another theory. Jimmy Hoffa. They never found him.
Oh, I said
Gotcha.
mafia.
Well, you said mafia. That's
okay.
why. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mafia, Jimmy, Mafia. That whole thing.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay.
Say.
Okay.
Just say.
Are reptilians...
I'm trying to come back into all
Are
this.
reptilians real? Have you ever heard of reptilians? People who look like
Stephanie, have
lizards
I heard of any of
and that
these
are
things?
evil. Okay, let's just move on.
That one's crazy though. I don't. That one's hard for me to grasp. But they say it's like they're in the middle of the earth or something like that. That one's hard for me to jump and get behind. But I'm like, it's like they live in the middle of the...
She could hear me cracking my knuckles.
Oh, it's okay.
We got the new equipment. Wow. Okay, so we're just going to move past that. That was just like a teaser so we could get into like what. But now we're going to talk about something we all know. Alma, welcome back to the conversation. Drones, UAPs, UFOs. Because this is... I used to read that... What is that trash? It used to be when we were kids.
God.
It was like a black and white...
Bat Boy.
Yes. What was it called?
Inquirer.
Daily World, the National Enquirer.
National Enquirer.
Yes.
And I literally remember getting one because it said aliens were going to abduct us. And I threw it under my bed and I was like shaking, right? Like, oh my God, they're going to abduct me.
You are not
But
equipped
I've
for
always
this.
been afraid,
That's
no.
going to be me when they leave. I'm going to go back under my weighted blanket and just sit in peace.
Yes. So now this is like my whole life. I was always scared of fire in the sky because that happened on my birthday, November 5th.
Are you serious?
Yes. But
That's a great movie.
I know. But now it feels like it's real. Like people are like the government has had several hearings saying they're real. And people are literally seeing drones and seeing these weird plasmoids or colorful things in the sky. And I don't know what to make of it. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Let's start with the most practical. Like, what do you think about as a person who's very practical and even keeled and like very practical minded? Is that a word? A term? I don't know. About what's happening.
They're finding places to make a new Disneyland.
I agree.
I don't know. Drones creep me out. Just
Me too.
Because where is that going to? Like who? Like you never know who's controlling it because you don't ever see the person controlling
Like
it.
even just like a drone that somebody has.
Yeah, like I don't know where that person's at. Like that can fly
True.
a far away. That can fly far away.
Yeah.
And you can never see the person who's controlling it. Like, and they can even be controlling
Dear
it on their
God,
phone.
make me a bird so I can fly far away. That's what you sounded like.
That's a Mandela effect right there.
Oh, we got to get to that. And we'll talk to you about what that is. But I'm with you. I don't even know what to think about
I
it.
don't even know what to like. I'm saying like my brain does not have that brain capacity to even like think about that. Like because then I'll just spiral.
I know.
Yeah.
So we're going to go from 0 to 60. What do you think about it?
I know.
No, but
Because I'm with Elma. I
He's
don't
like,
know.
it's no
I was-
Disneyland.
in November and December when it started happening in New Jersey, I was like obsessed, like what is going on here? And then all these things came out, whatever. But what I think is happening is that there's like quantum physics things happening. Like there's orbs up there, and we're going, what is that? And the government is sending our drones, which is like drones that they've worked on for decades, and they're throwing them up there to go like, let's go see what these orbs are. So they're ours because the government also said they're not for an adversary. They're not. Don't worry about these drones. And sometimes they said we don't even have drones up there. There's not even drones, even though people are seeing them. I think they don't know what the orbs are, and they're sending their stuff to go see what the orbs are, but they can't even figure it out. So it's like we're all kind of at like what is going on right now.
I do think it's a new era of like those orbs are just going to be there. I don't know what they are, if they're balls of energy, if they're what. People are saying they're like, I mean, there's tons of things. I do think we're stepping into a new era of like, they're just going to be there. And it's just the way the world is. The way you see stars, the way you see the moon, it's just going to be there.
Or they've always been there.
Sure. No,
We just don't notice them.
Wait, like, what are these orbs that you're saying? Like, can you see them with the naked eye?
Yes. And people are zooming in on their phones. They look so like colorful or bright
Or they just change shapes. That's where I think it's interdimensional. I think those things are interdimensional. They're coming from another dimension and peeking through. Because if you guys there's an app where you can play with 4D space. And 4D space is, we cannot comprehend it. But when you play with an app, it's kind of like, it's very hard to explain. But they're just popping in and popping out of their 4D into the 3D. And we're going, whoa, what is that? It just looks like a circle, but it could be the tip of a triangle coming through and going out. It's hard, it's weird.
I am on the precipice of like understanding or having a mental breakdown. Just kidding. Of understanding, like I'm right on the brink of understanding when people talk about time not being linear.
It's not.
Like I do, but I don't. Like you sent me that thing and I'm like, I get it, but I don't.
Because you think
I literally think of the calendar in a zero shape, right? January's at the top.
Yep.
Literally my brain. And I
Okay.
think January, February, March, June, we start to curve and we
Clock.
go down.
You're thinking clock. Yeah.
Oh, like a clock.
Like a clock. Yeah.
Yes. Like, but more oblong. And then I think all the way we're at December
Yep.
and we move back up to January.
You know what's
That's
funny?
how I think about it in my mind.
Okay.
And that's technically a clock like time.
That's how I think
That
about
makes
it.
sense.
And
But-
so when you talk about, and then I think about my age. And so like, I don't know. I just have a really hard time thinking about.
Here's the thing. Time is linear because you could look back at a picture of when you were 5 and you're like, oh, it's linear. And
Yeah.
I was 16 and I was 25.
Yes,
It
yes.
goes like this. But at the same time that time is going forward and you're getting older, we're also still moving through the universe. You weren't, like, you guys were here last week, but you're in a different spot in the universe right now because the whole Earth is moving through the universe.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So time and space are one and the same, but this is still the same room.
Yes. Did you guys watch Everywhere All the Time?
All at once. Yeah.
So I saw people
No.
posting about that and they were like, oh my God, I threw up after I
crazy.
saw it. I was so sick. I was also so like, I literally turned it off in 20 minutes and I was like, I'm too stupid to understand this. Maybe it was half an hour in. I was like, what is this? Jamie Lee Curtis with weenie fingers. I couldn't.
It's very weird.
Not
I powered
dicks,
through it
weenies.
and still was confused.
I couldn't. I couldn't make it through. I do remember reading A Wrinkle in Time as a kid and loving it.
I don't know.
No, I don't think
A
I read
Wrinkle
it.
in Time is about time travel, and it's a girl. Her dad creates like a time machine. I think I've read it obviously like 30 years ago, and she goes in time to like try to find her dad because he's lost somewhere in a dimension, like in time. He's lost.
It's
And
like Interstellar. You see Interstellar? That's a good time travel movie.
No, because it's hard for me to understand. So like, tell me like I'm 3. Tell us like we're 3.
Yeah, because I.
Oh man. Well, it's like general relativity. I'm not a physicist. I'm terrible at math. So, you know what I mean? Like, but it's like general relativity with Einstein. It's like time and space are one and the same. Like you can't have one without the other. Like have you ever seen like the big circle with like it's like a mesh and then they throw a ball in the middle and it like bends to a circle? That's literally time and space. It creates that type of thing. So it's not. It's with time travel, that's a whole different crazy thing. But I've heard physicists say that Interstellar is the best representation of actual time travel.
I'm gonna have to watch
and what
it.
It's like it's really trippy. It's about his daughter. And he goes back in time, and it's really good.
Who's in it? Is it with?
McConaughey.
Oh, I was thinking about the one with
It's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, also past, present, and future
Excuse me.
are
Shush.
happening all at the same time.
What
Apparently,
does that mean? Help me.
Alma just looked at me like
What do you mean?
I know I can't.
it's a different frequency. So Tom DeLonge believes the lead singer of
Blink-182.
Blink-182.
Oh,
He
thank
figured
you.
something out with the Department of Defense, and he's been in contact with them, saying that it's a different frequency in which we're living. So like right here, this building may have not been here 20 years ago, but like
It wasn't.
It wasn't 20 years ago though. Is still kind of here, but in a different dimension or frequency.
Oh, okay.
So the closest I get to understanding that one thing is when I see abandoned buildings, they freak me out. Like, make me sad. I get melancholy, and they kind of freak me out because I'm like, God, so much was happening here. Like when you go to the Puente Hills Mall,
Oh gosh.
I'm like, dude, I remember being here with my parents, and it was like bumping,
That's a
like
good
during the
example.
holidays.
Right.
Now it's dead, and that freaks me out. But the closest I ever get to understanding this stuff is when I hear people say that like ghosts are not ghosts that are like coming to like
Yeah.
it's just like an energy that like a ghost could be your energy from like 5 years ago or a year ago.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
you had a particularly difficult time and you had like a lot of emotion, a lot of energy, that could be you 5 years ago, still kind of like.
Or even energy in places like houses and like these creepy houses. You're like, this is kind
Yeah.
of creepy, and you're like, you knew.
Oh,
somebody.
like the way that Marsha says that like the tapping on the window is grandpa?
Maybe.
Where? What did she say that?
Yeah, like they hear tapping on the window. I think Marsha called like a
Oh.
oh god, Marsha called like a thing where like what are those
Called
called?
it psychic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, you hear tapping on like your window sometimes, and she was like, yeah, and they're like, that's your dad telling you that like everything's okay or like whatever. Like
What window?
the front window, the window by the front door.
Get out.
Like the living room one. But Marsha says she hears it throughout the house sometimes. But yeah, mostly it's like in the living room window. So like something like that. Like he was
Yep.
there.
And now he's not. But he had a lot of, that man worked on that house on his own for his kids. And
Dude, did you know? You knew because you listened to our podcast.
Yeah, he did.
Did you know that he was more involved in the church before Grandma was?
That was crazy, right?
That was crazy.
Right?
Yeah, that was crazy to hear. But also it made sense that if Nana was as religious as she was, she kind of took that position.
Yeah.
Right.
And then was also just kind of like, we're going to pass this on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and, then,
Yeah.
and then also wanting to be more around him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But that was a shocker for sure.
Yeah, me
That was crazy,
too.
man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So are we alone?
What do you mean, how so? Like with the...
Is there something else out there?
Yes.
something...
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
I know, Ella. I feel that way too. I'm so scared. I used to be more like Tim, and now I'm just more, you're right, it's the kids. That makes me like,
Yeah.
And
no.
for me, it's my age.
I'm getting more scared as I get older.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is the best, another reason my bandmate Mike is awesome is like we will take breaks from playing music, go sit outside the rehearsal spot and just sit there and we'll just look up and then we just talk about this shit for 30 minutes. And we're just like, oh, did you see this video? Or did you do this? Or you check this out? Or did you hear about this one? And it's just always just like, we're just like messing with each other. And then also talking for real about it because it's always fun to.
You also know what's going to be really weird is that now I'm going to get all these fucking conspiracy theories on my TikTok because
I
we've been
love it.
talking.
Because your
we've
phone
been
listens to you?
talking because they listen to me, and so
That's-
now
I know.
that's all I'm going to get.
Now, see, that was a conspiracy that your phones are listening to.
But
you.
they are.
100%.
But
they
they
are.
But they have been the entire time, and they can access it at any point in time. And advertisements.
I love the world. It's okay. It's gonna be a-okay.
You know, one that freaked me out one time was I went to the store. I left my phone at home because accidentally I went to the corner store, and I bought. I don't know what I bought. Maybe a beer, and I took cash. I had cash. Paid the beer. Went home. Opened up Instagram. And the beer advertisement was on my Instagram. And I was like, wait a minute.
I know.
I paid cash. I left my phone at home accidentally. And it's now there. And I'm like, this is freaking me out. That one freaked me out.
Tapping into your brain.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That one freaked me out. And I was like, this is now getting to, okay, I got to step away from my phone.
All right. Is Paul McCartney dead?
No, I just heard them. I heard one.
We talked about that
recently
yesterday with
that.
the kids. Because the kids were trying to say, like, who's dead from the Beatles? They always forget. And I was like, Ringo's alive. Paul McCartney's alive. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, dang. I thought Paul McCartney died. I'm like, well.
He got into a motorcycle accident, and then he went to the hospital for that. But then also during Abbey Road photo, everybody's on the left foot while he's on the right foot, and people were like, "He's dead." See,
Kristen
And I
has
was
said something to do about him not being able to grow a beard either. And then he had a beard in like a photo. And people were like, he's not able to grow a beard. That's a
replacement.
Avril Lavigne. Is she
Interesting.
dead?
That's interesting. Who?
Avril Lavigne. You never heard that one?
Oh, I have heard that one.
I have not heard
That she died and they replaced her with the fake
Yep, I've heard that.
Bermuda Triangle. What's happening
Totally.
there?
Energy. Same thing is happening right now.
Oh my God, I'm so scared.
Well, yeah, it's coming. It's okay. It's okay.
Dude, my face this whole episode. Thank God it's not a video. Thank God it's not a video one because.
Let me see.
Yeah, dude. It's all energy. Nice pronunciation.
my
That's been a
goodness.
front picture. No, it's all energy around there. Some things always happen that are weird, obviously.
Yeah.
But same as like, possible portals in the forest and things like that. It's like there's weird energy coming out of different places and things like that. So like the Bermuda Triangle is known for that. It's weird energy there. I don't know about the disappearances and stuff like that, but things do go missing and weather's weird there. I don't know.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
Oh man, they're all fun,
Oh,
man. I really like them all, honestly.
So do I.
They're fun. The ones that are with the government freak me out the most. But like,
Me too. MK Ultra.
That was real. That was all real, which is freaky. I don't know. Ooh, I got it. Mandela effect.
Okay. Do you know what that is? Explain to Alma what that is.
No, you go.
I'm
for
just
it. Go
taking
for it.
So the Mandela effect is based on the life of Nelson Mandela,
Okay.
the former president of South Africa.
Uh-huh.
And basically he was an activist and he helped end apartheid
Yeah.
in South Africa. And he went to prison for, 20 years, 30. How long did he go to prison? Long time.
Yeah.
And people were maybe like 10 years ago were saying he got out of prison and he got divorced and then he died. Not too long ago, maybe.
2013.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
he
he died in 2013. But people were like, he died literally hordes of people were like, he died a long time ago. And then there was other people being like,
Yeah. People
No, he
thought
didn't.
Died in prison.
people thought he
in
died,
prison.
like genuinely believed that I saw a news report that he died in prison. So that's where the Mandela effect comes from. And so one of the big ones is the Berenstain Bears.
Dad was like bullshit yesterday.
Yeah.
He was like, no, it's Berenstein. And I was like, it's type in.
How do you,
type in
how,
Berenstein
no, no, wait,
Bears.
how do you spell Berenstain?
Berenstein.
No.
It's Berenstain.
It's Berenstain Bears.
AIN. Type it
I'm
in.
telling you.
Type it in right now. Yeah. That one is frustrating to me because I remember Berenstein Bears.
And there's one like that he never says, like Dark Helmet never says, oh, no, what?
It's Berenstein.
Isn't that weird?
That's weird, right?
Luke, I am your father? He never says that.
No.
Like, never says that.
No, I am your father. Yes. Apparently that's what he says. I'm not, see, the Star Wars ones?
Me neither, but like, we all know that. Like, we all...
I got this one for Alma. Okay. Did Mickey have suspenders?
No.
Ooh, you're right.
Oh,
I always thought he had suspenders, but you know what confuses me is the switch
Donald Duck?
that Santa Claus gave to little Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
The case is suspender switches.
That's fucking Mario.
Oh. Never mind. You see, you could easily get thrown off of the shit.
It's Mario and Luigi.
Damn. But you swear that he never had
No,
suspenders
he
on?
never had suspenders.
I thought he did.
Hold on. Oh, Mickey Mouse wearing suspenders is one of them.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Oscar Mayer Wiener. Mayer.
Fruit Loops?
I have a theory about that one too. Fruit Loops?
Fruit
How do you spell
Loops.
Fruit space Loops.
F-R-O-O-T.
This is crazy. Google it.
No.
Now, here's my thought on that. I'm thinking they advertised
Oh
them.
shit.
I'm thinking that they advertised it originally as fruit, like the word F-R-U-I-T.
Uh-huh.
And then at some point they're like, ooh, this is not good and it's bad for people, so we're going to change it to fruit. That's the only theory that I have that is like, we're going to switch it. That looks weird, right?
That looks so weird. Now I'm never gonna be able to unsee that.
It's weird.
Wait, what is this? Life is like a box of chocolates?
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Uh-huh.
Nope.
What do you say?
Was. Life was like a box of chocolates. You
I
never know
mean,
what you're
that's
gonna
like...
No.
get. My dad was like, nope. No, that's not real.
That's not real. But I'm blown away by Fruit Loops right now. Maybe I should add Fruit Loops to... I'm going to walk down the cereal aisle today. I don't believe these Google images.
What about Febreze? How do you spell Febreze?
Febreze. F-E-B-R-E-E-Z-E.
It's really F-E-B-R-E-Z-E. Yeah, I got Alma thinking now. Almost about to jump on the train. Isn't that crazy? It's all things that we don't necessarily pay attention to.
Stupid.
And we start to just believe it as like a consensus. That's the Mandela effect. What about the monocle on the... Did the Monopoly guy have a monocle?
Yes.
Did not have a monocle.
Bullshit.
Look it up.
I don't know what's happening anymore. Am I real?
He does it. He does though.
See, he does right here, but he doesn't there.
And it's on the different eye right here. See, so what is real?
You tell
Nothing.
me. Okay. Here's you just broke Alma. Alma is broken.
Like I said, I'm going to go upstairs to my weighted blanket and sleep for the rest of the day.
Here's my theory on Mandela effect. There is what I think is that when we believe it's Berenstain Bears, what's that one? Yeah, and it's really Berenstain Bears.
There's a Mandela effect quiz.
Oh, I don't want to do it. I'm scared.
Kit Kat. Look at Kit Kat. Does it have the dash or not?
It does not.
I can't remember which one it is. True or not?
Oh, we already did that one.
Febreze.
Oh, he has no tail. Oh, wait.
Does he have a tail or not? Curious George. Does he have a tail?
No. Yes, because he swings.
Apparently he doesn't have a tail.
That's a lie.
Yep.
Wait,
Do you know
how do I
something
click on
about
it and it's-
two things I'm going to share about Curious George? I think my boss was talking to me about it. She's like, dude, Curious George was the man in the yellow hat or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, he stole him from his family and took him away. Like, if you read the books, he talks about how he gets him and obtains him. He's like,
A zookeeper?
he like poaches him. Like, he doesn't kill him, but he takes him.
No way.
Yes.
Oh.
And the same thing with, I don't know why, the first time they ever read Babar when I was at with Miss Salo's class.
Yeah.
Babar leaves his family. He becomes like, oh God, hold on. Hold on. I don't want to say it wrong.
Cornucopia.
Babar?
I was rethinking her life. Go ahead.
I love Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
What?
It's just one Cheez-It.
Oh, this is good.
Well, no, he does not.
So first of all, Babar, if you read their old books, but like very stereotypical representation of Africans and Native Americans. What? Tell me, you look very disturbed.
This is a good one.
Which is the correct quote from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? Mirror, mirror on the wall, or magic mirror on the wall?
Magic mirror is not right. What the fuck is that? You lie.
It's magic mirror on
It's
the wall.
not magic mirror.
It's magic mirror on the wall. I'm taking a quiz right now. The evil queen only says mirror once.
Wow. That's awful and stupid. It sounds stupid.
I think there's a dash and
Kit Kat does not have a dash in it.
Oh, in the Jungle Book, was Baloo wearing a coconut bra during I Wanna Be Like You?
Wait, I want to be like you. I wanna walk like you.
Yes or
Talk
no?
like you.
Yes or no? Was he wearing a
Yes or
coconut
no?
bra? Yes or no?
I'm going to say no because I think he was. He was
He
not.
was not wearing a coconut bra.
Wow.
And finally, which is the correct line from The Empire Strikes Back? Oh, we already talked about that.
Wow.
No, I am your father, or Luke, I am your father.
It's obviously no
Apparently
because
it's no.
damn.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna go on a spiral taking all these fucking quizzes later.
Do it.
Under
Do
my
it.
weighted
Do it.
blanket.
one thing I'm thinking is a Mandela effect is a different dimension sneaking in. We used to think that it was one, but really the dimension changed and none of us noticed. Except for these little details like Febreze. And we're like, no, it used to be Febreze.
Right.
But it's really just like Febreze. But
From-
it's-
that sounds
Febreze.
stupid.
yeah, I know.
Wow.
Let me just go back real quick.
Go.
Curious George controversy.
Yes.
Problematic colonial themes. They captured the African monkey and took him to be civilized with the man in the yellow hat. There's that. And similarly, what made me think about Babar Is Babar, he's like a fancy elephant.
Yeah.
His mother was killed by a hunter. And then they took Babar and was like, we're going to civilize you. Whoa. And then they made him civilized. And then he tells all his friends, like, let's go be civilized.
That's
Do you
crazy.
believe that?
I do.
I do too.
I mean,
You're like,
yeah, now I do. Yes, I do.
Actually, I do.
Wow.
Oh my God, I know. Our
Mind
childhood is a
I was
lie.
just like in a new world.
I am. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole. I have 2 days of vacation still.
Oh, no.
You're going to find me in the same clothes, same position.
48 hours.
Give me a call.
Your grandson. Your godson will call that marinating. You're going to marinate
I'm
in your
gonna
clothes. When Chris is like, you need to shower. He's like, I'm marinating.
I'm marinating.
Oh, my God, you guys.
Wow.
I'm sufficiently scared. Oh, I should go back to my outline. We were supposed to talk shit, but this ended up a lot deeper than I thought. We spiraled.
We spiraled.
We
Which is so
spiraled.
fun.
We spiraled.
Love it.
Wow. Oh, I don't even have the outline.
Oh, wow. How long is that?
I don't know. This new, like, it doesn't tell me how long.
I got you right here. If we go here, we can go to, let's see.
Time, the very last one.
Time, and it'll cook you at 46 minutes.
Wow.
Wow.
It's all fun when you're talking conspiracy. You can go forever.
Honestly.
Apparently.
Does anybody want to talk any shit before we go?
About what?
About anything. About anyone.
About anything and anyone?
Anyone.
What about you, bitch?
I'm a bitch. I talk shit about myself. I'm fat, I'm stupid, and I'm a bitch.
And you're rich?
I was like, fuck you. And I'm a bitch. Not rich.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Rich in love.
You want to know what I want to talk shit about? I want to
Yeah.
talk shit about the Jeep dealership.
Oh, please.
Why?
My car has been in the shop for the last 22 days.
Alma, what are you driving?
I got a rental car on Friday when I came back from the airport.
God, that's a nightmare.
It's a fucking
For a
nightmare.
beautiful
And
car
here's
that
the
you've only
thing.
had for not many years,
had it
it's
for
had a
5
lot of
years.
issues.
I've had it for 5 years. It only has 75,000 miles on it.
Damn.
And look, I understand the holidays. I understand people need to take time off. She thought about going for a snack.
Get a
And she
peanut.
thought about the new bikes. And she's like, JK, I don't want to eat anything right now. It's been there for like 21 days, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah, insane. They're apparently waiting for some like thing to come through, like a warranty thing to come through so that they can fix it so I don't have to pay for it. But also I'm like, look, I understand the holidays. I understand you needed time with your family. But they also scheduled me for an appointment on Tuesday, the 17th of December. Tuesday, the 17th of December. Had an appointment. I dropped my car off Monday afternoon because I needed to go to work and do stuff. They never looked at my car until after Christmas.
Oh, that's grimy.
And so when I went, I said, you best believe I'm not paying for this rental car because it is out of my control and it is in your hands for the past 21 days.
That's so shitty.
And I keep going there only because they have record of everything and they've been doing all the work and the same shit keeps happening over and over. So I'm like, it's y'all fucking it up.
Yeah, that's grimy, dude. That sucks.
That's awful.
Jeep dealership. I don't like them right now. That's what I want
Do
to
we
talk
want to?
about.
Do you want to shout out the city? We're talking shit.
Monrovia.
Monrovia, get your shit together.
Get your shit together.
Come on,
Fuck, I
dude.
fucking hate it. Like, I'm so annoyed. So, yeah, I have a rental car. The lady was like, this is only good. This rental car is only good for the next 5 days. And I was like, you best believe
hell
I'm not bringing
no.
this car back until I get my car.
What do they say when you're gonna get it? Are you gonna get it back?
Oh, they're still waiting for, like, Mopar. They're still waiting for, like, the bigger company to, like, issue the warranty
Fuck off.
for them to fucking fix it.
That's trash, dude.
For as much as I love my Jeep, I think I might need to buy a new car this year.
Oh, it's such a nice
And
car
I hate
too.
it because...
But it's giving you so many damn
It's giving me
problems.
so many problems, and I hate it because I never put bumper stickers on my car, and I put bumper stickers on my car, and I really like them.
Disney?
No.
I'm sorry.
It's Justin Turner and Courtney Turner from their podcast.
Dope.
I was one of the first 5 people that they sent a sticker to.
Oh, very
And
cool.
I put it on my fucking car.
Never mind.
And now I want to message her and be like, can I get another sticker? I might have
Who
to
gave
trade
it
my
to you?
car in. Justin Turner and Courtney Turner. Do you know who they are?
I do.
Who are they?
A Dodger player.
All right. Well, technically, but
Technically, he
Well,
was.
she's not.
He was. I met her
Impressed.
and their little baby
Yeah.
Oh.
at
shit.
Dodger Stadium when Seattle came to play here.
Oh, cool.
That
Yeah.
bad.
Ah.
You know who I high-fived yesterday?
You do what?
You know who I high-fived yesterday? Todd Lights. Do you know
Todd
who Todd
Lights?
Lights
Who's
is?
Todd Lights? No, who is he?
He's
oh,
the-
you went to the Kings game.
I went to the Kings game, yeah. But Todd Lights is the Dodgers PA in the PA
Oh.
announcer in the stadium.
Close my eyes. He
He's
talks. I'll know who he is.
Exactly. So he's on Cameo, and I sometimes search Cameo for different things.
That's a good
And
one.
so he was on there, and I was like, oh. And so we were coming out of the elevator, and he was there with his Dodger jacket, and I was like, Todd Lights. He's like, hi, and I was like, high five, and I
Dude,
high fived him.
That's the perfect place to be, where it's you are pretty famous, but nobody really knows except for certain people.
Right.
And he's just kind of oh shit, somebody spotted me.
Yeah.
That's a perfect.
And
thing
then
to
he
want.
did the Kings lineup. They had him announce
cool.
the Kings
Oh,
lineup
just
because it was
Dodger.
Dodger night. Will Smith was there, and Landon Knack
No way.
with the trophy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I could see the trophy from my seats.
Damn.
It was great.
That's fucking cool.
Okay,
That's
sorry.
So sick.
See,
That's all. Take your time. Take your time. I
That's
could
what
use
we
a break.
could talk about forever.
You keep going.
No,
It's all good.
You see Will Ferrell?
He was not there last night, but I'm so sad that I was in Virginia when he dressed like the elf.
Yeah, and he had a cigarette.
He had a cigarette, and he was like, yeah. I was sad that I missed that one.
Yeah.
The people who won the basket
Oh.
were at that game.
Oh,
when
yeah?
Will Ferrell showed up. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What basket?
We did a basket for Sacred Heart, and Alma gave 2 tickets to
Sick.
games.
Oh,
which is-
cool, man.
Yeah.
Were they in your section? Or
Yeah, I
just
gave
a-
them my tickets from when I was gone because I hate for them to just go to.
Totally.
And it was for a good cause. It raised a lot of money.
Yeah.
Thank you
You
so
did? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk shit on. I don't know what else to talk shit on.
We're going to
Parents who
just...
send their kids sick to school.
Oh, my God.
No, dude. No.
My kids missed a whole week of school before vacation. Well, the baby, because he just couldn't get it
Dude,
together.
my kids come in and be like, my mom gave me medicine this morning, and I'm like, son of a.
Yeah, dude, that sucks. That sucks.
I want to be
I
sensitive.
understand.
I get it,
I
but
get
it's
it. You
also
need to go to work,
but then
you
we're
know?
all out at some point. Then we're all going to get, I
Right,
get it.
Right.
And how well can they learn when they're focusing on how sick they are?
Right. 100%.
I also do think that the one thing that coming out of COVID, I think is super important. If you are going to send your kids to school and they're sick, they should wear a mask.
100%.
They should
And
wear
correctly.
a mask.
And
correctly. And for
I
sure.
will get COVID. I will get walking pneumonia. I will get worms in my eyes and my asshole. As long as I don't get
Fingers crossed.
as long as I don't get frickin' norovirus. That shit is the worst. 3 years ago. 3 years ago or 2? 2 years ago.
2 years
3.
ago.
It'll be 3 years. We went to Mexico. We went to Puerto Peñasco.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sophie, it's always fucking Sophia. We're day 2 in. Maybe day 3. We're there for 7 days.
Right.
We're probably day 2 in.
For Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we're all, Tim's there, us, my mom, my dad. She starts to puke, and she already has a phobia of throwing up.
Yeah.
She's sick. She goes to the bathroom. She starts to puke, projectile vomit, and turns in a circle, ah! She literally projectile vomits all over the bathroom. I did my research this year because I'm I'm not fucking getting norovirus.
Right.
Basically, what it says is once somebody pukes or shits in an open space, you're done. You have to. I even bought wipes that are medical grade that kills. You have to wipe every surface and let it dry. You can't. So we were all fucked at that. I didn't know this. Valentina has never thrown up in her life until this point. Okay, she's 8 years old or something, 7. She gets sick day 2, day 3. She's still puking. Day
Sophia.
4, she's on the mend. Yes.
Sophia.
Day 4, the baby throws up, but he's in good spirits. So I'm oh God, it could be anything at this point. That night, that's day 4. Sophie's still kind of nauseous. Valentina, no. Sophie 4, 5. Day 5, the baby throws up. Valentina is I'm not feeling good. I don't know. We make it through day 5. Day 6, Valentina is going to bed with my mom. We're about to leave the next day. She starts to fucking vomit in the bed with my mom.
Oh.
And she's never thrown up, so she doesn't know what it feels like. She doesn't know where to go.
Right.
She's ah!
She's
We're
just
get the trash can, get your. She doesn't know what to do, so she's puking everywhere. I put her in the shower. I wash her. The baby's puking. She's puking. Sophie's fine at this point, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Valentina is so little and so weak. If my brother wasn't there, I would have fucking drowned myself in the fucking Pacific Ocean or whatever the Mexican Ocean is. The Sea of Cortez. I would have fucking drowned myself. Valentina's sitting on the couch and she's literally shitting her pants in her sleep because she's so tired and weak and she can't. Oh, and I'm like sitting next to her. We're up late and I'm trying to watch her. I'm like, dude, it smells like fucking shit.
I had to pick her up.
He picks her up. She's like dripping liquid shit, but she's asleep.
She's exhausted.
Oh my God. We had to like change her like a baby. I think I actually put a diaper on her because she kept shitting herself. One of the baby's diapers. Right. The baby's puking. She's puking.
And then it's time to drive home.
Then it's time to drive home the next day.
Dude.
So I have a picture of her. She's in the back seat with a trash bag. I'm not sick yet. Chris isn't sick yet. He's not sick. My mom or my dad. We stop at a Jack in the Box and my dad's like...
My dad is sitting
He's like,
in the back.
I feel kind of weird.
I'm kind of cold. I'm going to stay in the car. And I'm like, what the fuck did you say?
It's the middle of the summer, okay? So we're like, oh God.
No, it was November.
It was November.
It was, I'm sorry, but it wasn't cold.
But,
the point.
Yeah.
So he's like, nah, I'm feeling a little weird. I'm just going to stay in the car. We're following them.
Dude, I'm driving.
He's driving. Okay. And my dad had said, why don't you send Sophie with us? Because I don't want her to feel grossed out by Valentina. And I was like, it's fine. She'll be fine. She stays, thank God she stayed in our car. Uh-huh. I see my brother pull off. So if it was me, I would have crashed. We would have died. I see my brother pull off so fast. And then I go, Chris, oh my God, pull over in front of them. Chris pulls over in front. I look back and I'm like, what happened? He texts me, Dad popped. And I'm like, did my dad poop himself? No warning, no nothing. My dad like projectile vomits in the car. In the fucking car, right?
Passenger seat.
Oh, while he's driving.
So I pull over and I open the door and I just push him out the door and he's puking outside and then he's not getting out because his seatbelt. So I undo his seatbelt and push his ass out and he just goes outside.
He puked in the car. He puked on the car.
Oh, God.
And I was like, what are you, a baby? He's like, I literally had no warning. It just... So I stop on the highway. I have little Chris who was maybe still in diapers at that time. So I run on the fucking freeway with like wipies, a trash bag, towel. My dad was so out of it. He's like, where do we get all these wipies? Like, to me fucking running on the highway. We get home. I don't know what happened when you guys got home. So you had to fly. He had to fly home the next day.
The next day, I was like, fucking feeling something. My mom didn't yak, but we got it. And I had to take...
Dude, you zo friend.
I had to take the gold line from Azusa to the flyaway to the... And I was sitting... I don't get motion sickness, but I was sitting there just like, oh, fuck. At each step of the trip...
You're getting worse.
Was like, I could puke on the subway, that's fine. And I was like, okay, I didn't. I could puke on the bus, it's fine. And then we got to the plane, and I was like, okay, I can't fucking puke here. No. And it just was just the worst job. I didn't puke. Nice. But it just was very
like
shitty.
You felt like, the worst. The absolute worst. That's one thing I can't deal with, though, is throw
Me
up.
neither. We ended up getting home, and then me and Chris got it. And we were, that's the only time in my life I told Sophie, because the kids were all fine at that point. Then we had it.
Yeah.
I remember laying on the couch and telling Sophie, you're in charge. I ordered fucking McDonald's via DoorDash, which is probably like $75 for 3 kids, right? For 3 measly cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
I at least got up and was like, I'll open the door and get the DoorDash. But I was like, Sophia, divvy it out however you want. We were so sick.
Did you guys yak?
Huh?
Did you guys yak?
Yeah. Ooh. I don't know if Chris did, but I did. Chris was sick, but I did yak for sure.
It's like when you're sick and you're driving and like there's nowhere for you to go. Like that happened to me once driving back from Arizona with my ex and like
that was Val on the way home.
Oh, she looked so sick.
She was. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're
dead.
fine.
She looks dead.
And as we've talked about in episode 4, I remember the exact episode of the breakup episode.
Oh, word.
He didn't drive. And we were driving back from Arizona, and I got so sick. Like, I'm talking like puking. I'm talking like diarrhea. Like, it was so bad. We fucking pulled over at a rest stop, and I had to sleep at a rest stop.
Problem.
I think it was like an hour. I was like, you stay awake and make sure we're safe.
I'm sorry. You're going to learn how to drive today, dude.
Today's the day.
I didn't trust him driving my car, to be honest.
Gotcha.
So I was like, it's fine. Like, I literally slept for like an hour. And luckily we were in Phoenix because we went to spring training.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to sleep for a quick minute. And like, I don't know if it was like heat stroke or like what, but it was like the ride from like Palm Springs to his place. I was like, I'm not going to fucking make it. Like,
you were sick. You weren't hungover or anything.
No, I wasn't hungover. I just I got sick. Like, we left right after a game.
Oof.
I got so sick. It was the worst experience ever. Ever.
I hate that. Well, Sophie says she doesn't know why she got sick, and I believe it was a bug because we all got it, but I was like, maybe she had this freaking mango, right? And she tore that mango up. This was her after she ate it. Yeah. And then we went, remember we saw the guy the next day, he was making the mangoes in the back of his truck. No running water, and I'm like, mother.
Sweet.
I thought it was shrimp she had eaten that you guys had said.
Clam. Remember all those clams she ate?
Could have been so many things.
It could have been.
But everyone got it.
That's also the trip we could have fucking died because we went to the pharmacy.
Lord. Yeah.
I was so
I say Gus,
you did. My body, you also flew with fentanyl unknowingly.
Unknowingly.
I was like, I'm gonna go get diet pills at the pharmacy because I was really fucking fat at that time. I'm still fat, but I was really fucking fat at that time. And I go, the guy was so nice. And then I was like, do you have any painkillers for back pain? My back. I was like, dude, my back. And he's like, yeah. So he gives me these painkillers. Like, it's the same as Vicodin or the same as whatever. And there's like a fucking pharmacy. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we buy like 2 pills. And then I bought like 2 boxes of the like phentermine Axiom. Yeah. I never took them. And I never took those pain pills. We go back to the house. He never took it though. And like we're at the house, and I'm like, I don't know, it feels weird. Maybe we don't. Something happens here. We don't know where we're at. So I ended up not taking them. We never took them. No. He flies back to New York with the 2 pills because they're Vicodin or they're like a painkiller.
Right.
And at bars they have fentanyl test kits. Yeah. I was like, I'm just gonna fucking test these. I fucking test it. I sent her the picture. I'm like, that's fucking fentanyl.
Yes. Can you imagine?
And I was like, no,
dude.
God.
I know.
Fucking those bitches are trash, man.
Wow. Insane.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right. What are you going to talk shit on?
I'm going to talk shit on our family.
Oh shit.
I'm going to talk shit. Everybody just needs to say what the fuck they want to say. Okay? Everybody's beating around the bush, and everybody's like, this person didn't say this, and this person didn't do that, and this person hurt my feelings. That's life.
Yeah.
Okay? We've all had our feelings hurt. We've all had somebody say something that hurt our feelings. We've all had somebody we think lied, or they didn't lie, or they said they didn't lie, or whatever. We need to move on. There is this storm that's been brewing in our family for like, I don't know how long. It needs to go away. It's fucking old. It's fucking petty. People are like, really need to go out. What do I say? Go outside and touch grass? Get off the internet. Like, oh my God, you need to go no contact. Oh my God, you need to set up. Don't get me wrong. I agree with like removing yourself from the situation. I did that at Christmas. It was lovely. I'm tired. I wanted a chill day. I don't want no drama.
Right.
And I had no drama. I woke up late. I did nothing. I got I made everybody what they wanted for breakfast. Baby wanted, I almost said Chinese pancakes. Christmas pancakes. Sophia wanted avocado toast with the egg on top. And Valentina wanted, I don't remember, a chorizo burrito. Everybody got what they wanted. It was a lovely Christmas. Yeah. And I don't regret it. It was a great time for me. But I also think I am just like, we're all too old to be so petty.
100%.
And we always say like, oh, well, Nana wouldn't want us. No, she wouldn't. But also, Nana would have said what the fuck she wanted to say. Listen to me. Nana would have said.
Yeah.
There's too much like, well, I don't want to like, everybody just needs to say what they need to say.
Nana would have said she's sorry the right way. Like, in a genuine way.
Yes.
If she knew she fucked up.
Yes. And if she didn't think she fucked up, she would have said, like, I don't think I'm wrong, but let's come to an agreement. Right. That's what families do.
Right.
And I don't know. I think we say, you all can fight me. I think we say we are this certain family, and we said this before.
Yeah.
But are we?
No.
Because if we were the family that we say, I would have told you, I've heard tons of people that I know, feel free to jump in anytime, who have fights with their family over money, over property, over land, over tons of stuff.
Politics.
I have always told people, what?
Word.
I've always told people, That will never be my family. My family
Right.
would never fight over that.
Yeah, but it's
and
even
now
smaller things now.
It's
right?
the smaller
even
things that are,
stupider.
Yeah.
Well, since I work with kids and I work with producers, I always tell producers, like, listen, man, like you're dealing with like little kids and you're also dealing with high schoolers. Like, you're gonna get dragged into high school bullshit. So like, just be there and talk to them and just be like, an ear, because obviously we're mentors for them.
Right.
But then also, like, you're gonna get dragged into like, that's my boyfriend or that's my girlfriend. They're dating this person.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm here to talk to you about it, but like, it's fucking high school shit. I don't need to be a part of this. Like, and also, like, we're all adults. Let's just be honest. Like, we should be able to just like talk about shit.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
But we don't, because then we don't, because some people are more defensive and some people
shut down. Some people have a lot of yes.
Yeah.
So then we can't communicate about those things because then they're getting defensive or they're getting shut down or they like you're targeting me or you're triggering me or whatever the case may be.
That's understandable. But that's also like, but again, like in my brain, I'm like, we're all still adults.
I
like,
know.
We're acting like high schoolers. Like everybody. And I'm like, let's just be like, honestly, I'm also just like of the brain. It might not be the best idea, but I'm like, everybody just crack a fucking beer. And just,
how about
like,
everybody beat each other up?
Everybody crack a beer and just like, just shoot the shit. And then like, it's just like squashed. You know what I mean? But I also think that our family is very, we do beat around the bush.
We do.
And it's like,
we do.
Yeah.
And then when we say what we mean or we say what we feel, it's either like overly emotional or overly harsh or just barely scratching the surface, like not enough to have a conversation that's meaningful.
Sure.
And it's really difficult. And I'm going to tell you, that is what's going to break this family apart.
Yeah. Because
there are things that nobody wants to be around. Like there are things that like, and I want to say this like everybody is going through something that you don't know about. I'm not going to talk about but like I will say very briefly, my family's been through like the hardest part of our lives in like the last 6 months, right? It's stuff that we don't talk about. It's stuff that we don't, and it's not because we're being secretive. It's just like we have business to conduct. We have kids that need to go to school. We have to go to work. We have to do our jobs. It's been a struggle. You can't take what has happened to you and like you just can't put it on other people, because what's going to happen is people are going to say, I don't want to be around you because you're exhausting, because you're sucking the blood out of me, because you're sucking the life out of me. You suck all the air out of this room.
It's like it's like musicians too. It's like, dude, you could be the best musician in the world and this and that, but if you come in and you suck all the energy out, it's like, that guy's really good or she's really good, but the hang is not there. So like honestly, I'd rather work with people like that I play music with. Like Mike, I love him. We have our tiffs, we have this and that, but I love the dude, and we hang. Our hang is very good. And Pat, when Pat was a bass player in Imaginary Tricks, he was an excellent bass player, but the hang was fucking number one. He was a good hang, and it was like, I'd rather have somebody who just learned how to play bass and they're a good hang and they come and they learn with us and we get them better than like having somebody who's not a good hang. If you're not a good hang, dude, it's just
and that's a perfect way of putting it. Like, if I don't want to be around you, I'm not going to be around you.
I'm not going to put myself in those situations in
that's
2025. Like, I just can't. I can't.
And the hardest thing for us is that we want to hang out as a family, but you shouldn't feel inclined. Like we got to be able to say no, and we got to be able to say, I'm doing some shit. I'm really bad at it, especially with jobs and work and girlfriends and things like that. It's always like, yes, I'm a yes man. Let's go.
Yeah, me too.
Let's do it. But then you're burning the candle at both ends. And
you can't. And I think I've just come to know that. Like, I don't know. And I know feelings get hurt, and I know, but like, I've always tried, and I'm awful at putting my nuclear family first, because like my greater family is my family first. They were my family first, right?
Right.
But I've just started putting like the kids first and Chris, and I'm like, it's really hard for me. But like, I know people want to see my kids, but that can't dictate what my life does. And I think about that for Allison, who has 4 kids, and it's like a lot of people have expectations of people with kids because they want to see them. But like, let's be real. Allison has to live her life how she wants to live her life. Like, we can't haul our kids everywhere. We can't be, it's not as easy for us.
For sure.
But also back in the day, everybody had a bunch of kids.
But we don't have to do that anymore.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. But everybody, like, we were a litter. with Cessa's kids and Danielle and me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alma, Lisa, like there was.
And it
a
was
bunch
unspoken
of,
that everybody just went.
Exactly.
I don't like that anymore.
Exactly. Well, times change, and it's a good and bad thing. I like things to stay the same because I like schedules.
So do I.
Things how I do, but so when things change, I'm like, ugh, this sucks. But you blink and 2 weeks go by and you're like, oh, it's the schedule. It's a part of the thing.
Yeah.
It's completely fine. But things got to change. Like
They gotta.
Things. I don't know. I'm flying back to New York tomorrow.
Honestly, he's like, I don't want to step in this.
It's like, I'm out, bitches. Figure it out. Hope it's a lot better the next time I come.
Honestly. Don't forget. Never mind.
Never mind.
I know. Why are you never mind it now? Like, wow, Steph. I know what you're gonna say though.
Say it.
You want me to say
Yeah.
it? Don't forget to tell people when you.
I was gonna say, don't forget to tell people when you fart, but that's the same thing. Don't forget to send a mass text when you touch down. Just landed, everybody.
Oh, I will.
Well,
on that note. Wow, Tim.
I gotta thank you guys for having me on. This is super fun. Very jealous that you guys started this because a few years ago, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, I wanted to do something like this. And I'll be honest, it was with the Theas. I had and Theos. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious.
That's great.
I wanted to go
to that ship has sailed.
And my brain was like, Theo Jaime was first because it was like he's in DC and it was going to come here. Then it's just like straight up like, all right, my mom's easy. Like I'm at home with her.
Right.
And I'll sit down with Marsha, sit down with Marty, sit down with everybody and just like have a conversation. And just, it was kind of going to be like, just tell me about whatever.
Yeah.
Just tell me about like, what was it like when you grew up in whatever here? Whatever. But you guys started this thing. So it's like, it's cool to start this thing and just kind of have something get off the ground. Proud of you guys.
We're trying to figure out like how to do like a Zoom call and just extract that audio.
The audio sucks. Only do it in person.
Would it suck?
Do it in person. You can do calls with people. I think it's good. If you could, if you need to, I would do it for sure. If it's going to be like a cousin out there, but I know Emily will be here. You guys should sit her down. I like in person, especially now we have gear.
Yeah.
It'll sound good and
for
it'll be better.
The next goal is also to have set up video.
Yeah.
I can't come like
Can't come like that.
But I was cleaning the girls' room just to close it out, and I found this yesterday. It was on the wall, and I texted my mom and said, "I'm cleaning out their room. Do you want this?" And then I just decided to throw it in the trash. I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm not gonna say what it says because I'm not trying to dig myself that deep. But
girl, you already dug yourself.
Maybe I'll post
deep.
it.
And
I don't fucking care.
And you also kind of drug us, like you brought us along with you.
Listen, I can only have so many trio FaceTime calls with Alma and Lisa before we just put it all out there and say, listen, are we going to talk about it or are we going to fight?
You can pick.
I don't want to fight.
I don't want to fight.
You don't want fights. Come on.
Come on, live a little. Live a little.
I am. I'm hosting everyone in 2 weeks here.
What? Are you?
Yeah. Oh, you weren't there yesterday.
For what? I wasn't invited. Nobody told me. I can't believe it.
I was going to tell you when we were done recording.
Send a text?
No. I was going to tell you when we were done recording.
Bah.
This bitch. You're 100% invited because we need your kids. I'm just kidding.
What is it?
A birthday party for Declan and C4.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
What's the date?
20th?
I need to know.
Can I tell you after?
The 19th. Because I'm not going to...
Are you not here?
I don't know. I'll let you know.
That's a no.
That's a
Okay.
No, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, now?
Is it a Sunday? Is it a Sunday?
It's a Sunday, yes.
Yeah, I might be here. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. If I feel the vibe is toxic, I won't be here.
The vibe's
Just kidding.
not gonna be toxic.
I'm just kidding.
Damn.
All right, guys. With that being said, thank you for coming on, Tim. Thank you so much for setting us up. Thank you for all of your insight and all of your conspiracy knowledge.
Hell yeah.
And for telling us
How to run this shit.
Yes,
Totally.
we appreciate you. Come back next week. We don't know what we're doing because we're a hot mess, but it will be entertaining. And thank you for joining us on La Vida Entre Primas. Don't forget to subscribe. We're on almost all platforms, and don't miss a day.
Take care of yourselves
and each other.
And catch the next episode of La Vida Entre Primas.
Life between cousins. Bye, guys.